27th Sutra of the Kaivalya Pada is another masterpiece of the Yoga Darshana. The sutra is Tachidreshu Pratyantarani Samskarebhyaha Tachidreshu Pratyantarani Samskarebhyaha Tad Chidreshu Chidraeshu Tachidreshu Pratyaya Antarani Samskarebhyaha Samskaraebhyaha Tat Chidreshu Pratyantarani Samskarebhyaha Tat Chidreshu Tat Chidraeshu Tat Chidreshu Chidra is the hole, gaps. Tat Chidreshu, in the gaps. Chidreshu means plural of Chidra. Chidra is a singular, Chidreshu is plural. Tat Chidreshu means in the gaps. In the gaps refers to what? Atma Bhava Bhavana Nivritti. That feeling, that stage in the feeling. Then, after continuation of that feeling, again some other thought, some other feeling rises. That means inability to continue in that feeling of the Atma Bhava Bhavana Vinivrittihi state. And that Atma Bhava Bhavana Vinivritti state for a long continuous time, it will not be there, it is not there, and that particular state of silence, quietness is experienced, but after some time we lose that experience and other thoughts. That means again the chitta gets merged up, mixes up with the external world and other things. This explanation is needed to understand. Tat Chidreshu, the gaps has to be explained. Pratyaya is experience or the content of the chitta at a particular time of experience. That is, when the chitta and the mind moves from one object to the other object and takes those forms on a given particular time on a particular object, the particular experience, which is the pratyaya. And that the changing which happens, and that difference which is there, antara is a different, other one, antara, antarebhyaha, antarani is plural, is because of samskarebhyaha, again plural. Chidreshu plural, antarani is plural, samskarebhyaha is the plural. That means the gaps between the experience of Atma Bhava Bhavana Vinivrittihi and the experience and the recognition and the cognition of the pratyaya is because of the force of samskaras. This is the clear-cut expression of this particular sutra. We all experience, we all know as we are practicing meditation, and we all, when we are struggling with the deeper layers of the dhyana, and the yoga practices, the mind becomes quiet and calm and serene and almost lost in the state of silence. But after some time we recognize that, oh, that state of silence and quietude is lost, and we are again engaged in another experience. We may call it as the worldly experience or other recognition of the objects and experiences. Here the technical word used for that is the pratyaya. One thought is recognized, and in that thought of recognition an experience has come. And when that thought and that experience is gone, another thought and another experience is again felt. In between two thoughts and the connected experiences, there was a Atma Bhava Bhavana Vinivritti was there. And this Atma Bhava Bhavana Vinivritti, from that particular level and the stage to the next stage when the thought rises up, in which the mind got engaged into it, which is the technical word as the pratyaya. So between two pratyayas there is Atma Bhava Bhavana Vinivritti. It's a very important dimension. It is Atma Bhava Bhavana Vinivritti is the underlying foundation. And the two pratyayas, for easy understanding, two thoughts, maybe two different thoughts. Pratyaya antara it is, pratyayantara. The two different thoughts. And once the mind is in that state of silence, in a deep sense of absolute meditative state, a quiet, serene state, when all the chitta vrittis have almost lost, what made a thought, a pratyaya to rise, to recognize, to cognize, what is that force? Patanjali very clearly puts it here, samskarebhyaha it is, because of the deep hidden samskaras. And that is the reason why it comes up again. All the various ideas that arise, making us believe that we require something external to make us happy, or obstructions to that perfection. It's very, very important. All the various ideas, thoughts, feelings, confirmed thoughts, decisions, confirmations, which we believe that we require something external to be happy. And all these things are all obstructions to that perfection. Because the Purusha is the source of happiness and blessedness by its own nature. Once these are removed, the experience, radiance of the Purusha, and there is a state of happiness. But that knowledge is covered over by the past impressions, samskaras. These impressions have to be worked themselves out. And that is the samskarebhyaha it is. The reason and cause of a rise of thoughts from the state of silence is because of the force of samskaras and from the karma ashayas, karmashrayas which we have. The residual results, residual impressions of the karma. We can never forget karmashaya, samskaras, vasanas. This particular sutta reiterates the power of them. Even in the bija state, is a seed form, sabija level it is. Even in the nirbija level, unless they are being burnt, unless they have been fried out, absolutely, totally removed, vacated, emptied, it's not possible. Even a smallest trace of the samskara comes out in the form of a pratyaya. For example, just for an example, if a small agarbatti has been lit in a room, even after that stick of the agarbatti is completely burnt, completely removed, still the smell hangs on, hangs over, lingers in the room. As long as the smell, fragrance lingers, hangs over in the room, the samskara continues. The samskara of the smell continues to be there. And this is what this particular sutra, a very important sutra, is wonderfully analyzed by Maharshi Patanjali. Tat chidreshu pratyantarani samskarebhyaha it is. The force of the samskaras responsible for the various pratyayas and Atma Bhava Bhavana Vinivritti gets disturbed. And let us see the wonders in the coming sutras. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.